Welcome to the last video of this section. So we finished the MapT project, but to finish this section, I just wanted to quickly address some additional features that we could have implemented in this application. And basically, I'm going to leave them for you as challenges if you'd like to spend some more time on this project. And the first couple of features that you could implement would be the ability to edit any workout, or to delete a workout, or also to delete all the workouts right from the user interface. So this is something that you can do in most web applications, and so therefore you could also add that ability here. We didn't implement this together in this application because I just wanted to keep things more simple here and not to create a super huge application that would take ages to build. Now, next up, you could add the ability to sort workouts by a certain field, for example, by distance or by duration. And this one would be probably a little bit tricky to implement, but you can take inspiration from the Bankist application, where I believe we did something like this. Now, another thing that you could do is to actually rebuild the running and cycling objects that are coming from local storage. So basically, you could fix that problem that we run into by the end of the last lecture, where the objects coming from local storage were now regular objects and no longer running and cycling objects. So this would be a nice challenge for you to do and to basically fix that error. Another nice touch that you could use to this application is to create more realistic error messages and confirmation messages. So we just used a simple alert window to display an error message when the input data was not valid, right? But that's kind of ugly and not really real world like. And so therefore you could implement more realistic messages, and maybe you could even have them fade out after some time. So that would be a nice use case of some of the things that we already learned before. Okay, so these are the more easier ones. Let's take a look at a couple of hard ones. So first, you could add the ability to position the map so that it shows all the workouts. So let's say that you went to a different country and did some workouts there, and so your workouts are all over the map, and so therefore it would be nice to have a button which shows all the workouts on the map at once. However, to solve this problem, you would probably have to do a lot of Googling about the leaflet library and dig deep into the documentation. Because, of course, this functionality would depend entirely on the leaflet library, right? Okay, but still, this would be actually nice to see. But let's see another one, which would probably be even harder, which is the ability to draw lines and shapes instead of simply having a point for each workout. So this would be a real challenge, and maybe it wouldn't be such a good idea to actually try this one out, but still I wanted to just leave this here as a potential improvement to this application. So when you go on a run, of course, the run is not just on a point, but it's more like on a line or maybe like a circular shape or something like that. And so it would be nice to have that instead of just a point. And finally, I have two more challenges to improve this project that you could only implement after the next section, but let me still show them here. So you could geocode location from the coordinates. So you could use a third-party API to plug in the coordinates, and that would then give you back the real location. So for example, you could then call the run a run in Faro, Portugal, because the third-party web API would give you that location data. So a description of the location, not just the raw coordinates. And then besides that, you could also use a third-party API to display the weather for the workout time and place. But again, these two you can maybe tackle after the end of the next section if you feel like improving this project even more. All right, so it would be really great to see some of these features actually implemented by you. And if you do one of them or even more, then make sure to share your results in the course Q&A or even on Twitter. and there you can use one of the hashtags that I mentioned earlier. But anyway, that's it for this video and for this section and for this project. So once again, congratulations for reaching the end of this project, and even more, for sticking with this course all the way up to this point. What an amazing achievement. Really, I cannot overstate this. And I'm really happy for you and for all your progress. And now just keep going, because the next section is actually one of the most important ones in the whole course. So I hope to see you there very soon.